everybody, here we are with Chapter 2. Second First Breath.
Yes, I do enjoy fine art. Thank you for noticing. There's a certain raw beauty to it that modern painters often fail to recreate. I always wanted to be an artist myself, but it'll be a long time before I can call myself that. I often say that patients are my canvas, but my job is more about restoration, obviously. I look at the damaged human minds and bring them back to their former beauty. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you.
No, it's not that. It's been a difficult couple of days. I'd really like to go home.
Of course, and go home you will. As soon as we've done this little assessment, okay? You probably know how it works. I've read in your file you used to be a nurse.
Yes,
I believe the
I
developer
know very well how it works.
He worked in a
You want
hospital.
to check if I'm nuts?
Well, I wouldn't use that expression, obviously. But yes, we have to make sure you're safe and figure out how to help you. Also, as a nurse yourself, you know there's always paperwork involved. These forms won't fill themselves. Honestly, Susan, you have nothing to worry about. This is just a formality. I could tell straight away that you are not nuts.
Fine. What would you like to know? I will answer all your questions. Then I'll go home, take a long shower, and catch up on sleep.
Wonderful. Let's see then. Where do we begin?
Yeah, it's like a framing device. It cuts ahead a bit. At first I thought it skipped something.
She's awake, Doctor.
Good evening. It's good to see you awake at last. You're in the Cedar Lake Hospital. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the doctors. Would you confirm your name for me, please?
How should we play it? Susan Ashworth. They are not worthy to hear my name.
I can see you're very tired and sleepy. That's perfectly normal. You're on the ward now. Your condition is stable. Earlier on, we did a CT scan and it shows there's no permanent damage to your brain. All your organs are fine too. You're a very lucky lady, Susan. You might experience extreme tiredness and lethargy for a couple of days, but that should soon pass.
That's more probably due to...
I would advise plenty of rest now. The nurses on this ward will take it from here. Please, let them know if you need anything.
Realize surviving
Take care, Susan.
OD will fuck up your organs.
Please, don't try to speak. What did you say?
I didn't say nothing.
Don't worry, Mrs. Ashworth. Your arm is fine. No. There was nothing wrong with your arm, darling. Now calm down.
Would you like me to get you some water? Let me get you a drink. I'll be back in a second.
For the record, the way she tried to kill herself won't work anymore. The old school sleeping pills used to have something called Nebutol in them, which they don't have in sleeping pills anymore. Trying to OD off of sleeping pills will not kill you. Unless you specifically get Nebutol or some kind of similar product.
I'm sorry, Susan. Did I wake you? I have to take your blood pressure. 2 seconds and I'm gone. My name is Liz, by the way. Hi,
Liz.
I'm sorry. I know this isn't very nice. Believe me, I hate waking people up just for this. But being a nuisance is part of my stupid job, unfortunately.
They take your blood every 5 minutes.
I hate this place.
When you get into one of these type of places.
Tell you what, Susan. Can I call you Susan? So anyway, I shouldn't say it, but you know I'm going to anyway. You are so lucky. It's crazy. You doing what you've done, and her walking in, seeing what she saw. That was a chance. 1 in a million. I'm not making any sense again, am I? I'm tired. They're working us to death here, you know. Modern day slavery. One day I'll tell them what I really think. I swear I will. Ah, and here it is. You've got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old. Just wanted to say you're lucky, I think. And that I hope you've changed your mind about some things. Got to go, but I'll see you later. You take care, sweetheart, yeah?
I got put in one of these places for different reasons. But every 5 seconds, they fucking wake you up to take your blood and poke you with the needle. Be fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, some bitch is standing over you with a goddamn needle. Can't take a piss without some bitch trying to take your blood. This part of the game has probably the only like real proper Silent Hill
Bad
style
dream.
puzzle.
No, just a dream like any other.
Oh, that's fine then. I nearly woke you up, you see. Saw you tossing and turning as I came in here. You looked like you were having a horrible nightmare. I get nightmares sometimes. I get them, and I can't wake up. Or sometimes I dream that I'm falling. Those are strange dreams. Because I think I like them. I keep falling, but I never fall, if you know what I mean. Never hit the ground. Never.
What was your name again?
I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? I always do that. So sorry, Susan. My name is Elizabeth. But you can call me Liz, like everyone else.
These
You're
details
here
are actually
a
really
lot.
important.
Every time I open my eyes, I see you.
They make auxiliaries do crazy hours here. Seriously, I feel like I've got no life sometimes. I'll be here till the morning. To be honest, I keep coming here to hide. Please don't give me away. I just want to rest my legs for 2 minutes, that's all.
What happened to me?
Well, how much do you remember?
I took some pills, and I fell asleep in the chair. I remember how the room kept spinning around me slowly. I felt so calm, and then... all of a sudden, I was on the field of barley. It was great at first. I felt happy. I was free. But it soon got worse. There was this tunnel, but there was no light at the end of it, only darkness. Then I got lost in the woods. There was my dead body hanged on the tree, a burning car, and a crow, and a deer. I heard something behind the trees, but I didn't dare to look. Then I found the house, the old woman who lived there. I think she was Death. Or maybe she was the devil. I'm not sure. She said they call her the Queen of Maggots. She said I should go back, gave me another chance. And so, here I am. Weird dream, eh?
Maybe it wasn't a dream. I really believe in that sort of stuff. It's not impossible.
It felt real, but it was just a dream. Can you now tell me who found me and what happened?
Well, your body went into a coma. You were lucky she came home and found you. I told you that before.
What? Who found me?
Your daughter, of course. She called an ambulance. If it wasn't for her, you would sure be dead now, Susan.
My daughter?
Yes. Why? Why'd you look so pale all of a sudden, Susan?
I don't have a daughter. Whoever she is, she lied.
But why would she do that?
How should I know? I was in a coma, apparently.
So she lied. It doesn't change the fact that you owe her your life.
I was fine. I didn't ask for any help. Sorry. How long have I been here?
I was told you arrived at the hospital at 7 in the evening. You had a cardiac arrest in the ambulance. They had to resuscitate you. Your heart stopped beating for nearly a minute, but they managed to bring you back.
Probably where chapter 1
You
took
went to the
place.
intensive care unit, where they gave you a dose of antidote and pumped your stomach. As soon as your condition was stable, they brought you on this ward. It's called Dime Ward. I call it Die Ward, because all the patients who come here want to die. It's a suicide watch unit. That's why it's so strict. You have to be careful. Nurses here are trigger happy with the sedatives.
When will they let me go home?
I'm not sure. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. Look, I shouldn't say that, but you seem like a nice person. I feel like I should warn you. There's this doctor here. They call him Dr. X. He's a chief of psychiatry in this hospital. You won't be able to go home until he's talked to you, and he's really good at getting into your head. You know what I'm saying? He will ask you a lot of tricky questions. But he's a really great guy. You should trust him.
Tell me more about this
The
Dr.
Dr. X
X.
thing. That's a
His
recurring
name is
theme.
Xavier Zellman, but everyone just calls him Dr. X. He comes on the ward often, usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally really like him, but you hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is he's been very friendly and supportive. Some doctors won't even say hello to you, but Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I might take him up on his offer.
What are they saying about him?
Oh yeah, they say he's a big flirt. Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt. One girl I knew, Linda, I heard they had an affair. Stupid girl. Well, she left, and I never saw her again. Now why do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her some money. I don't know how these things work, but it must have been enough to shut her up. I bet he'll be more careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally. Well, one thing. Maybe. Don't laugh, okay? He's got a weird smell.
What do you mean?
He smells funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad aftershave. Or maybe it's something he eats.
Oh, thanks for the warning. I'll try not to get too close to him.
Now that I think about it, there's something else too. I'll tell you this, Susan. He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me. Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my mother about. And we haven't even started those sessions yet. So, be prepared for that.
Sure. But it's a bit too late for me to hide how I feel now anyway. I think I made it very clear when I swallowed those pills.
Yeah, but Dr. X, Downfall has a Dr. Z, and I suspect Lorelai will probably have a Dr. Y, assuming it's a prequel. Which, if you do indeed play it as the Queen of Maggots before she became the Queen of Maggots, it was still the reason it's a prequel.
Did you see this daughter of mine?
No, sorry, Susan. Apparently she came in the ambulance with you, but then she remembered something and had to go. I think someone mentioned she went in quite a hurry.
Of course she did. She was worried I'd ask her what she was doing in my flat.
Saving your life?
Do I really have to give her a benefit of the doubt just because of that?
One would assume so. That girl is a hero. Maybe real heroes always leave before their identity is revealed.
Or she was a burglar, attempting to steal from me.
That's a possibility too. Have you got anything very precious in your flat?
Maybe.
Yeah, this part's
Tell me
important.
something more about yourself.
Me? I'm a nobody. I'm just a hard-working girl. We all have to pay our bills somehow, right? I rent a room not far from here. There are 2 other girls living in the house. One is an auxiliary nurse, like me. She's always sick. The other one is a stripper. At least I think so. She's never home at night.
Maybe she works at night, like you.
Yeah, but I don't leave for work wearing red stockings and heels, do I?
No, you're right. You're a real nurse, not some man's fantasy of one.
I used to do all that for my boyfriend. You know, dress
Or
up
should
as a
I speak
sexy
up?
nurse and all. Well, I did it just once, really. He didn't like it that much. He didn't like me that much either. Broke up with me last Valentine's Day. Of all the days, he chose that one, eh? He never told me why, but I don't care anymore.
I'm tired. Let me sleep now.
Fine. I'll see you again. Be careful who you trust here, Susan. They will be watching you.
How do I know you're not one of them?
You don't. But do I really look like a bad person to you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll see you tonight. Remember what I said. Dreams are just dreams. But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up, right?
We'll start with a little chat about your childhood. I want you to be as honest as possible. It's important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 8. I don't think it really matters at the end. Yeah.
This isn't all about whether you're nuts or not, like we said before. It's about finding what has caused how you're feeling now and creating a working solution. In order to achieve that, I need to get to know you better. Can we talk about your childhood first? Your parents. When you're a child, your life revolves around them. What was your father like? Did you have a good relationship with him?
I didn't have parents myself.
I was brought up without a father.
I understand he wasn't there when you were growing up. Can you tell me why? What happened to him?
He left when I was little. One night he just packed his suitcase and left. I was about 8 at the time. He didn't say goodbye, didn't even look at me. I remember watching him walk away. It was winter, getting dark early. He just disappeared into the night, and I never saw him again.
Let's talk about your mother now. What was she like? Would you care to tell me about her?
She never cared about me. All that mattered to her was the booze, and never me. What I remember clearly from my early years is the image of her sitting by the window. She'd stare at it for hours, smoking. I find it hard to blame her. She couldn't cope without my father. She just missed him too much. And now, years after that, it seems I've just followed the same path. Not with the alcohol, maybe, but everything else is just the same. It feels like nothing matters anymore.
I should
It
have
feels
repicked
like
the
I've
choice.
lost something, and I will never get it back.
Okay, I'm beginning to get a better picture. That's enough about your parents for now. Let's take 2 minutes, and we will talk about something else.
The first playthrough had both of her parents commit suicide.
I need to get out of this place. I hate hospitals.
So do I.
Besides, I really want to go home and forget all about this.
This is the first chapter that has a determining factor for the golden ending. But I'm not gonna get the golden ending. I'm gonna go for the middle ending. That one I think is the right one. It looks the best. Do that one. Take gloves. Take a lot of gloves. I know a lot of people do this shit when they go to places. They'll just take a fuck ton of everything that's free. Let's just have her lie down. Cool. This has the only like real, I think, taxing puzzle. I know that I've seen when some people played this, they got stumped here for a bit. She does not like flowers. Yeah. I don't like flowers. But all this stuff about Elizabeth, it's important. You have to remember it, because you'll get quizzed on it. And if you get it all right, it's the end. You get the right ending. But I'm going to try to get this right. It's the next part I'm going to bomb. Because you get to hear a warmer song in Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is where I'll switch it over to the medium ending. Yeah, this lady, she's voluntarily committed. Let's talk to the nurse. Look at, I bet she thinks those red-rimmed glasses make her look attractive. I know her kind all too well. Completely dedicated to her job, yet totally brainless and closed-minded.
I'd like to go home now.
Well, so would I. But there are procedures and a system in place. I can't just let you go like that.
What?
Look, I'm very busy at the moment. I'll come and talk to you in a minute, alright?
See if we can bother her about anything else.
Can I make a phone call, please?
Oh, yes, of course. But the phone's being used at the moment. Can you please come back in 5 minutes? Thanks.
You can wait fucking an hour. He'll still be busy.
I feel much better now. Can you please discharge me?
I'm glad to hear that. But I can't discharge you until Dr. X sees you. He should be doing his round very soon. Please return to your bed and wait for him, alright?
That's not an option.
Is Liz here?
And who's Liz?
That young nurse who was here last night. Black hair, very chatty. She said her name was Liz.
I'm sorry. A lot of people come through here. I can't remember everyone's name. Can you return to your bed now, please? It's nearly time for your medication. I can't be chasing around after every single patient.
Beg your pardon?
Look, I'm very busy at the moment. I'll come and talk to you in a minute, alright?
Yeah, the medication. They give you some strong shit. I don't care what kind of drugs you think you've done before.
Please do not touch these. They are all confidential
The
documents.
shit they give you in those places
Yeah.
will fuck you up in
Well,
seconds.
maybe you shouldn't leave them out on the desk for everyone to see.
If you get a little bit
looking for something
unruly,
to
they
read,
fucking come
we have
right
some
at you
magazines
with
for
two
patients
syringes in the
here.
butt, with
Thanks,
some pills.
but I think I'll
They give you a
pass.
choice, syringe or pills. But those pills, like, man, I've never seen something so fast acting. 2 seconds after taking that shit, it looks like everything's just slowing down.
Please do not. They
Yeah,
are
you
all...
I was only going to tidy up.
I'm sorry. Are you one of the housekeepers? Why did you dress up as a patient?
I just can't stand mess, that's all. And there's no need to be sarcastic.
Who's being sarcastic?
That's funny. Yeah, you can't do anything with her watching. That's just...
Let me through. I'm going home.
Can I see the discharge letter first? If you haven't been discharged by the doctors, I'm afraid I can't let you through.
You have no right. I am a free person, and I'll do what I want. I'm not staying here a minute longer.
I'll have to see the letter first. May I ask what your name is?
Just let me go, arsehole.
There's no need for that attitude, Mum. We're just doing our job here.
Is that your excuse for being a brainless, fascist son of a bitch? You're taking away my freedom. Are you going to hit me next?
These precautions are for your own safety, Mum. Now, if you'll excuse us, we've got a job to do.
Yeah, standing on the corner, looking stupid. Don't get too tired, will you?
Yeah, it sucks if you're not here
Bastards.
voluntarily. They will not let you leave, and believe me, they will find excuses to keep you till your fucking insurance run out. The best way to get out of these places is to go to the group meetings and pretend like you're playing ball. Show up to all your group meetings, and then a few days, just play it cool. They'll let you go. These places are a disaster. If you ever get here I got here for a drug-related problem. I nearly OD'd, but not attempted suicide. But suicide, OD, bad behavior problems. Doesn't really matter. If you get put in this place like that, you're not getting out till you fake. But if you did go here for something suicide-related, boy, you will never breathe a word the next time you get suicidal. You will never even consider telling anyone. Because you know what could happen. Because getting sent here to a place like this, they pump you full of experimental drugs. I don't know, it's a boring room you gotta stay in. And it's up to them when you leave. They could honestly keep you there as long as they want. And you're not allowed to have anything. Not headphone cords, because you can hang yourself with them. You have a bed. If you're lucky, you can get someone to bring you a book. And every 5 minutes they're taking blood from you and sticking needles in you. Alright, medication, yeah. Oh yeah. So the problem is when they gave me my pills for the first time, it didn't knock me out like it was supposed to. Because I was already on some other shit that kept me up. So I ended up starting to dream while I was awake. It was the weirdest thing. Okay. She looks like you.
Hi. Are you alright? Can we talk for a minute?
I can't talk. Please, just leave me alone.
Oh, I mean you no harm. I'm trapped here, just like you.
Trapped? I don't know. It's just so hard to think without it. But you're a stranger. And you're not one of those lovely nurses either. They look after me so well. I trust the nurses like I trusted my mother.
I just want to talk. I need your help.
Unless it's Mother who sent you. Was it her? Please tell me it was her.
Yeah, sure. I'm a good friend of your mother.
Liar.
I missed her so much. I can't remember you very well. But you should know this. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
Yeah, sure I do. Now, let me ask you.
What is it?
Oh, well...
What is my mother's name?
Anne Burton.
No, that's my name. You don't know my mother, you little liar. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
I can't remember how you find that out. Let's see. Strategist can knock out a horse. I was just seeing if it was on a chart. Apparently not. This is the bathroom, I believe. Examine. Toilet. Yeah. This is actually plays a part in how you get out of here. This is where the main key of the puzzle is. That mirror. You have to get it to spell out a code. Bin. Let's examine. Looks like it hasn't been emptied for a while. There are lots of discarded medication pots in there, among other gross stuff. I'll take one of those medication pods. Ring bell for assistance. See. Note. Read. Please stop messing writing messages on the mirror. While we are currently experiencing difficulties maintaining high level of cleanliness due to sudden abuse of our cleaning staff, we ask all patients to be considerate and help us keep the ward tidy. Let's open that. Open the lid. I think we want to turn on the sink too. Run hot water. Goal here is to create steam. Hopefully you can work. I know that steam is the key to making the message reappear. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Oh, there it was. EIL. Okay, yeah, it takes a second to appear. I thought maybe I had to leave and come back to get it to load or something. I know you have to stop at the toilet. Oh, so can you use the toilet? I'm dying for a wee ever since I woke up. Oh, that's pleasant. Yeah, when you first get there, they don't let you wear normal clothes. They couldn't get me one that fitted me. I had to wear two. One on the front, one on the back. Yeah, so you don't wear anything underneath. Alright, toilet. Fuck. Hold on. Yes. Let me examine this. Clip-on hospital wristband. It's got my name, date of birth, and hospital number on it. Cool. How can this help me escape from this horrible place? There is no one here I could give it to. Yes. This is actually hard to rip off. It can be done. You can stretch it so you can slip it through your hand, but usually you have to cut them off. Alright, let's use this. Stop it up. Toilet. Oopsie daisy. I know this plays a factor. Getting them in here. Can't remember what.
Someone is coming.
I know EIL appeared on that mirror.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
The toilet's blocked.
What? Oh, well, that's hardly an emergency.
It is when you need to use it urgently, like I do.
I see. Fine, I'll sort it out. Just give me a minute. Oh, it's the gloves. Again! I guess I'll have to get my hands dirty since the cleaner's called in sick.
Gotta make it to her desk and grab a few things. That's what that's about. Can't quite remember. Take it. Take it. Ah, shit. Read. Examine. Patient files. They are piled up on the desk. Examine, motherfucker. I really don't need any of this. I'd rather read a magazine. It might have Liz's shit in it. Oh well. That's not happening. Drug chart. Read. According to this, her name is Ann Burton, 35 years of age. She's taken a lot of sedatives and has a history of drug abuse. It seems that on top of it all, she's taken methadone for heroin withdrawal symptom. At the bottom of the page, there's a note saying she's actually the private patient who's staying here out of her own free will. Alright. Now easy for her to come and go. Enter. Let's see if we can look for something that says her mother's name. Look under the pillow. Examine. Bed. Lie down. I'm not sleeping in someone else's bed. Let's take some more gloves, actually. Take a lot of gloves. Clock. The needles are stuck at 11:40. Whoops. Something else. Are all clocks broken in this hospital? Yeah, it's stuck there on her room too, I think. Drug chart. Let's see. Talk to.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me...
Yeah. I didn't.
I don't know.
No, of course you don't. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Enter. I think I actually have to get in trouble, so they.
It wasn't you who did it, was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone just stuck a bunch of... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's sorted now. I just hope it's the last time I've put my hands in that stinking toilet.
You do have to get in trouble on purpose once, because it gives you the medication. This part's a lot like that Fran bow game. Let's do this then. Notes. Let's just push the... I think you can push the bill for no reason. I think it doesn't matter how you answer. They'll sedate you.
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
I wanted to see how long it takes you to answer the bell.
Look, I'm a nurse. I have a lot of paperwork to do. We're doing our best here. It's not my fault that suicidal fruitcakes like you come here and scratch and piss on the bloody walls.
Hey, don't speak to me like that. I'm not suicidal. And I'm not a fruitcake. And I didn't scratch anything, let alone pissing on the walls.
Why do I bother? I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
Anne Burton, born in 1975.
Let me just check your name band quickly. Miss Ashworth, I think you got a little confused there. Drink this liquid now. It'll make you all better.
Are you insane? I'm not taking any medication. I'm
They
not
don't give you a
ill.
choice. They'll either, you
Okay,
can either take
we
it
are
or
prepared
they'll
for
hold
this.
you down and administer
Jim,
it via shot.
can you come in, please?
You must be kidding me.
Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm going to give you an injection. You'll feel a sharp scratch. Hold it for me, would you?
This is actually really legit.
Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
And then... What the hell did the middle one say? TIL. Okay, going back to your bed and sleeping it off is supposed to be perceptive. I think you need something sharp to pierce it. That's pretty much the end game. You want to get fill that cup with the narcotic. I forgot about that part. If you don't sleep, you really do just start dreaming while you're awake. It's fucking weird.
The drugs have worn off and
Then
I
they'll
feel
accuse you of
better
really
now.
being crazy.
But I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
Actually, we'll have to let them do it to us one more time. Sheila, right?
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful...
But I know it.
Sheila.
Sheila.
Yes. It was my mother who sent you, after all. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. But my head's all messed up.
So, let's have a little chat, sweetheart. Do you know how to get out of here?
We're not supposed to get out. We must stay here. Do what they say. Take pills they give us. Sometimes, if I behave, they give me the red stuff. I wait for it. I'm being good.
What is this red stuff?
It's a drug. My favorite one. Red stuff takes the pain away. I must stay here. Good nurses have been most kind. They always remember. They know I'm suffering. But it is not the same as the drugs I see in my dreams. On the other side of the mirror, there's a spider's heart full of drugs. I just can't seem to find it anymore.
I see. How about we swap our name bands?
Oh yeah, I don't mind. But that would be like a favor to you, yeah?
Well, technically, you wouldn't lose anything, because I'd give you my name band instead. Does that make any sense?
Sure, yeah. I do want something better in return, though. I'm not that stupid. I know you'll use it to get out of here.
Oh, I never said you're stupid. I just really want to go home. Please understand.
That's fine. I don't mind. I'll give it to you if you get me the red stuff. What do you say?
I thought nurses give it to you anyway.
No, not that. I'm talking about the real thing. Something you can only get in the world of dreams. Now that is something special.
Is it safe?
It's perfectly safe.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. Feel like
We already know
sharing?
her name.
What's your name?
There is nothing to share. Everyone died. Everyone. And my treat, my red stuff, it's not the same. I keep lying to myself. I'm a mean little liar. Always have been. This vein, you see, it goes straight to my heart. That's why it hurts so much. I wish I could, just one more time. But it's all lost now. Everything. I was always happy to settle for a consolation prize, you know?
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Yes, it's all fine. It's just hard to wait, you know? They said I can have it. You know, yeah? So I wait here. Don't want to miss it. That nurse promised it to me. The one with the red glasses. But I think it's been 3 hours already. Why are they late? Do you think something happened? Do you think she changed her mind? Because I swear if she did, I will hurt myself again. I swear to God, I will hurt myself again.
I'm sure they'll be here in a minute. They're probably just very busy, that's all. What exactly is this little treat you mentioned?
It's the red teardrop of pure happiness. They bring it. I drink it down. And my pain goes away.
Oh, I could hear she actually
Without
breathed
it,
into the microphone.
I just feel so angry.
Delivering her
It's
line.
like I'm going crazy. It's funny, but I just get so fucking angry sometimes. I'm dying, I think. We're all dying, I heard. She said I'd go to hell for it, but I didn't do anything. I didn't know. Does he know?
Who?
Him!
Right. Okay. No, probably not.
I need the red medicine. I need it now. I must be a good girl. I must be a nice girl.
Maybe I could get you some of that stuff. Do you know where they keep it?
Oh, they have it hidden well. You can't get there. Or maybe you can. I see it in my dreams sometimes. It's where the nurses are. But in my dream, there are no nurses there. I see it, but I can't get it. It's so near, and yet so far. I can still hear the broken heartbeat of the spider's heart.
I'll talk to you later, yeah?
Yes, go. Be careful. They're watching us. And remember, we must be nice to earn the red stuff. Always be nice.
Poor woman.
You could hear her occasionally breathe into the mic, I guess, when she was delivering her lines. Lindsay Frost, I think, that voice actor for Susan. She's much better. She's a professional audiobook. That's what she does. Now she does a lot of the Screen 7 games. Take a shot glass. I wonder if I should hide it. That is the problem. Cool, so make sure I still have that. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to hide that before I get caught. Huh. I think she can say certain things if you try to use things on... Oh. Enter... I don't think the trash bin is in the other world. Now let's get in trouble. Oh wait, I think the key might be to take the pills of your own free will. Alrighty, open this toilet. Actually, we want to do this, don't we? Can't do this for a legitimate reason. But they won't drug you.
Someone is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
I just wanted to remind you that I'm ready to go home.
Oh, is that so? Well, guess what? I haven't forgotten. It takes time. I could lose my job if I don't follow the correct procedures. Why do I bother? I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
I'll have your name, so I can make a big fat complaint.
There is no need for that attitude. First, you were being disruptive when I'm just trying to do my paperwork. And now you are threatening me. Oh, you should know we are only following the doctor's orders here. Now, forget that silliness and let me have a quick look at your wristband. Miss Ashworth, I strongly suggest you take this, all right? That's a good girl. Now, drink it down. You'll feel much better.
Goody.
Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
We should have everything we need to finish this section off. dead now. Doesn't sound like she'd mind being killed by this thing. Anywho. Now we go back to bed. And we can give the girl her shit, swap wristbands, and then voluntarily discharge ourselves. I think this might be like the weakest chapter. Chapter 1's pretty good. It sets it up. It's a good story. Chapter 2 is more like a, I don't know, connects point A to point B.
The
Chapter
drugs
3,
have worn
I think,
off,
is where the
and
story really
I feel
kicks off.
better now. But I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
There are like 3 distinct ending paths with slight variation. A bad one, a good one, and a golden one. But some of the bad ones and okay ones have a slight deviation along the way. Let's see.
I've found the thing you asked me for, but are you absolutely certain it won't harm you?
Don't be silly. Of course it won't.
Fine. I hope you know what you're doing. Can I have your name band now, please?
Yes. No matter what they say, I do keep my promises.
What do they? You know what? It doesn't matter. Thank you for your help.
Excellent. Now let's blow this joint. Kinda. See how we see it have a flash, starts with a flash forward of her in the doctor's office. I'm pretty sure you can figure out.
Sorry, Mom, can't let you through. We'll need to see a discharge letter from your doctor first.
Here. Are you happy now?
Yes, that seems fine. Can I just check your name band to confirm that you are indeed Anne Burton?
Oh, all right. I didn't realize you knew how to read. There you go. Can I go now?
Of course. Thank you, Mom. We'll see you soon.
No, you won't. Now get out of my way.
I don't think we can enter any of these. Maybe. Yeah, it's locked. It don't really matter. Can we look at any of this stuff? No. Look at any of these pictures. See?
And you must be Susan Ashworth.
Well, perhaps I am?
Do you mind if I ask you where you're heading to?
I was just going for a little walk, stretch my legs, get some fresh air. Give it a rest. I'm not going anywhere.
Miss Ashworth, please relax. There's been a mistake. You have been prescribed wrong medication. I apologize sincerely on behalf of my team and the hospital, but luckily we managed to spot it on time.
On time? You have no idea what I've been through?
Once again, I'm truly sorry. I promise no more drugs will be given to you. I personally guarantee you will have a good, peaceful sleep tonight, and you can be discharged in the morning.
Why can't I go tonight? I want to go now.
I'm really sorry, but we can't legally discharge suicidal patients without a full psychiatric assessment. It's too late for it now, but I promise we'll have a chat in my office first thing in the morning, okay? And then you can go home. Is that all right?
She's just lucky she
I
doesn't
haven't really
good
got much
insurance,
choice, have I?
Or doesn't have good insurance. Because actually, they'll usually try to hold you for 72
Now
hours.
I'd like
If your
to
insurance
ask
is
you
really
some
good and willing to pay
questions
for shit,
about
they'll
your
hold you
life,
fucking
Susan.
months.
You might find them very personal, but it's important that you answer me as honestly as possible.
And that takes us back to
Fine.
the opening.
Let's get it over with then, shall we? I'd like to go home at last.
Of course, I understand. So, Susan, let's see. Are you living alone at the moment?
Oh, that's not true.
I live on my own, and it suits me just fine. I don't need anyone. People mostly bore me. Sometimes they annoy me or upset me. I'm happy with how things are at the moment. I have my little bit of space, and it's my own. It's private. I'd like to keep it that way.
What do you do for a living?
I don't think Susan has a job.
I'm between jobs at the moment. I'll find something soon. But it's been difficult. I didn't feel that great. I felt weak and powerless and tired most of the time. I felt really awfully tired.
Typical depression symptoms. We can give you something for that. You'll feel stronger and motivated.
I admire your faith in modern medication, Doctor. I hope you're right.
Describe to me what your mornings look like. What is the first thing you do each day?
I never have breakfast. Sometimes I drink tea. Yeah, this is actually what I do. I always have coffee and a smoke. In fact, I'm having coffee right now, and I've had several
I drink
smokes.
strong coffee and smoke on the balcony. I know it's not a great start for the day, but it's one of my little pleasures in life that I find very hard to say no to.
Would you say that you feel safer at home than outside?
Yeah, I suppose.
It's a dumb
It's
question.
not really about safety. I've just felt sad for a long time now. Really sad, you know? Somehow it brings me down even more when I go out and see all those happy, successful people. It makes me feel more like a failure. If I don't see it, it doesn't hurt that much.
What do you think is missing in your life? Or rather, what is one thing that you think would make your life better?
I'm surprised there isn't just a simple nothing option. I don't know. That's one of the things that happen when you get really down. You start to just not want anything. Like, you ever seen that Doug Stanhope bit on the Louis C.K. show? He goes into this pretty good detail. The part where you just stop wanting things. But
A good friend. Someone I could finally trust. But I can't see anyone will turn up anytime soon. I've become a social hermit.
someone literally
People
did show
avoid
up.
me.
You'll have to try to open up a bit. Hopefully the suicide watch worker will work with you on that.
Don't think it'll help much. I heard they're not very good.
Really? Sorry to hear that. Have you ever attended group therapy for depression or some other form of counseling?
That actually will never work. If you even mention that you're suicidal, their eyes light up and they're like, gotcha. They are obligated to tell and report you. And they will. And you know that they will. Thing is, they love to commit people. It's like a big scam. They just bill your insurance and they make a lot of money off of it. They also get kickbacks from pharmaceutical companies. They kind of use you a bit as like an experimental guinea pig for other medications.
No, I'm not sure it's a good idea. Especially the group therapy thing. I'd hate it.
Actually,
You
say
should
yes
at
to that.
least give it a go first.
If you're in one of these
and then
places, just
decide.
say yes. go
If you
along
don't
with
like
the
it,
group
we can
therapy,
think of
pretend to
something else.
participate, go
Yeah.
along with the
If you
motions. That's the
insist.
quickest way out,
But I doubt it'll help.
no matter what you're in there for.
Do you have problems sleeping?
Actually, I have been having problems sleeping lately. It's more like I just don't sleep through the night. I wake up a few times. I used to sleep really well, but then again, I used to smoke a lot more pot. That helps a lot. I think depressed people probably sleep a lot. I
Every
sleep
night.
schedules all kinds of fuck.
I take pills for that. There aren't any left now, though.
In the light of recent events, I think you should stay off those pills for a while. I suggest you drink some hot milk before bed instead.
It must
Would
have
you
been a
describe
Nebutal,
for me how you
derivative,
feel at the
or
moment?
Nebutal itself. Nowadays, the hardest thing they'll give you, I think, to go to sleep is Xanax. Anything over the counter won't work, but most times they'll provide a, I can't remember the classification, Xanax. Benzo, that's what they are. Benzos, yeah, they'll give you a benzo. And those aren't really lethal. You can take all of them in the world. They're not very lethal. Yeah, this accident. Let's start opening up this story thread.
Definitely better than before the accident.
Good. Hopefully you can now move on from here. With a bit of luck, you will enjoy life again. Suicide attempts often have that effect on people. Same as near-death experience. It makes you realize that you're not ready to die yet.
Actually, that's
Do you find
largely
it hard
survival
to
instinct.
concentrate?
I don't know. I don't like how some of these are black and white. Some people can't concentrate on everything, but certain things they concentrate a lot on. Really depends on what you're interested in. But sure, let's go yes sometimes. That's not too bad.
Sometimes.
That's not a
Do you
hard
drink
yes.
alcohol, Susan?
Occasionally. Damn it. Oh, okay. Yeah, only sometimes. Because not really a big drinker. Definitely prefer.
Only sometimes.
I'd suggest you don't consume any alcohol at all for a while. Does that sound like something you can do?
Yeah, sure. I'm not a big drinker anyway.
That's how I am.
Sometimes when life gets too much and people feel sad or upset, they think about suicide. Do you often think about suicide?
I imagine yes, she literally attempted it. Let's have her often.
Yes, I think about it often. But
Really
now,
doesn't matter too much.
I
what
know
you
I
tell
can't
them.
do it. Still, it won't just go away that easily. I need more time. I need to think it through. I need to find my peace with the world, I guess.
Please, in your own words, try to explain to me, why did you really try to take your own life, Susan?
I don't think she cares much about anyone else. Not to mention she doesn't have anyone else, so what would they care?
Nothing was making me happy anymore. There wasn't a single thing that would bring a smile to my face. I kept thinking, won't it be better if I just disappear? I tried. I really tried to find something. Took a long bath, picked up a book, watched some television, but I just couldn't get into anything. All those things seemed like worthless distractions, and I myself felt obsolete.
She should have got herself a
Needless.
PSVR.
It just would get worse and worse. By the afternoon, I realized I cried
are
for the
truly
past
great for
3
depression.
hours. I didn't even know I'd been crying until I went to the bathroom and saw my face in the mirror. I looked like a ghost. I looked like I was dead already, you know? And then I saw the sleeping pills. I thought, why not? And I did it.
Do you feel as if you're a burden, or that life isn't worth living?
Sometimes, when I feel really low,
Some of the
I
responses
used to
wouldn't
think
correlate
everyone
with
would be
what's happened.
happier without me. But I guess people don't really care. Besides, I live alone. Who could I be a burden to?
What makes you feel better?
You actually do get to see her tits in this game. She actually doesn't look too bad. She just looks kind of shit right now because she doesn't, take care of herself. And she doesn't focus on, looking good. That's why she looks kind of not so great. But later on in the game, she starts to look better, more attractive. But here, her looking bad is just a sign of her not upkeeping herself. Yeah, working for someone else doesn't really make people happy. But work in general is good because it keeps you focused on other things. Long bath. Piano, I play the piano when I'm feeling down. Yeah, that's good. It's a toss-up between playing the piano and her cats, really. I don't know. I don't know why you have to pick one or the other. But let's go with our
My
cats.
cats.
love
I
cats,
always
too.
put out a bowl of food for the stray cats. They're ever so grateful.
I
I
don't have
like their
strays,
company.
Fortunately.
What makes you feel worse?
Animal control, put them down. I actually quite like the rain. Noise. For me, it would depend on the noise. If it's music I like, you can turn it as loud as you want. I don't like mindless noise. Like when I go to the bar and I hear people arguing, but that nothing's being like progressed in the conversation. Or someone just like makes a noise just to get people's attention. Starts making a lot of saying stupid things, or I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, let's make it more the world, not itself.
People. They've let me down too many times. I don't know who to trust anymore. I only trust my cats these days.
So you say in the suicide note.
Because
yeah.
that's true. I've been stabbed in the back more times than I could count.
Have you imagined your funeral and how people will react to your death?
How do you know I'm not getting cremated?
Oh, I never really thought about that.
I hate conventional
But I
funerals.
guess it would be a cheap one. I don't really know what they do
You can get a
with
thing
people
called a
like
green
me.
funeral where they just plant
Maybe
you in
they
the
just
ground
throw us in a
without
hole and
coffin,
forget about it. Since there'd be
decompose,
nobody to
mark it
visit
with,
my
like, a tree
grave
or
anyway.
stone.
I don't think so.
I think that's the way to go.
The city would pay for it.
There's a girl with a
Or
YouTube
so
channel
they
that
want
covers.
people to
She's a
believe.
mortician. She talks about this type of
Finally,
stuff a
I'd
lot
like you
in more
to tell
detail.
me about Eric.
Eric?
Yes,
Ask a
your
mortician, I think
husband.
it's what it's called.
I believe this might be important. What can you tell me about your relationship? What had happened between you two?
But yeah, like I always thought it was silly, coffins being in a coffin, like something dedicated to preserving your dead corpse from being absorbed by the ground. I never saw the purpose. Like, what do you get if you can like get a coffin that keeps the body preserved for like 200 years? I mean, it's not like you're being cryogenically frozen for the possibility of revival, but that's a load of shit too. But donating to science is a worthwhile thing to do. Cremation's a bit annoying too. I think just being absorbed by the ground is the way to go. Yeah, her ex-husband.
This has nothing to do with him. Can I go home now,
I hate
please?
when people try to make it out like
Fine.
you're doing
I
it to get back at
suppose
someone
you've
else.
opened enough for one day. Okay, one more question. This is just a formality, but I have to ask, are you going to do it again?
That's a hard one. I don't know. But hey, I've got it. The answer is no, I'm not. Thank you very much.
Excellent. We're nearly done here. There's just one more thing I must clear with you. What exactly happened last night?
Well, after I'd met you outside the ward yesterday, I went back to my room and fell asleep. I slept really well, considering what happened earlier. But then someone woke me up. It was the same nurse who was so friendly with me the first night. She said we needed to talk.
We must go, Susan. You are not safe here.
But
Please, you must follow me. Quickly.
This is where you have a chance to get the golden ending. Let's see if I can save. Path. We'll call it path 1. I think you can overwrite your saves too. Though be forewarned, I think there is like a 99 save limit with Adventure Game Studio games. Not that you'd ever need that many. This I think is a cool touch. You can move it in a thought bubble. There's a lot of creative little
I went
things
after
about this
her.
game that I enjoy.
the ward seemed very quiet. It must have been late at night.
Hurry!
Wait for me. Tell me what's going on here. The security guys were gone. She pointed at the corridor and said,
You go first. I'll explain everything in a minute. Susan, if we don't escape now, they're going to hurt you. Please trust me. I know a way out of here. I'll help you escape. Let's go down this corridor. I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, there's a day between this and where I am now talking to Dr. X. Forgot about that.
I think I can hear someone coming.
Damn it! We can't go through there. Let's turn back, Susan. I know another way.
Hospital map.
Turn left here. We can use the maintenance lift to get us out of this place.
Fucking hate hospitals. Aside from all their million and one things I hate about them, one thing that annoys me is they're always like clusterfuck mazes. It's never simple to find like someone's room you're looking for. They're like turn left, go through the double doors, take a right, go upstairs, take another left, take another right, take another left, take it 2 lefts, take another right. Close your eyes, turn 360, and you'll be in front of your door. Like, oh my god. You'll forget where you're going like 5 steps after. Just to go to. Yes, what am I doing? Something? But you can see the animation looks a bit better than it did from chapter 1. Seems like Ram did a lot of this game in chronological order. Alrighty. This is the good pathway. I did the bad one first, and I'll clip that out and put it at the end so you can see the alternate way this can go down. They both have the same outcome, but this way leaves you open for the golden ending. And if you're doing it the first time, you should probably do this.
What are we doing on the roof?
So you'll at least still have the option to get the golden ending
Liz.
if you want it. You can always deviate later on and not get the golden ending.
What the hell are you doing? And why is there blood on your clothes?
This is, I think, one of 5 factors.
It's quicker than the stairs. And besides, all the doors are locked anyway. This is the only way out of here. The only escape. Let's both jump. It won't hurt, you'll see.
This is a bad idea. Come down and we'll talk.
I've made up my mind.
I don't think she
I
would be
need to
aggressive.
end this suffering now. Besides, I have no one to live for anyway. No one ever listened to me. No one ever cared.
I listened. You're a nice girl. You have your whole life ahead of you.
You listened. Did you really?
Of course I did. You talk a lot, but I've always been a good listener. I liked talking to you.
So do you remember that story then? The one I told you the other night? The one about the woman in A&E?
Yes.
Yeah. She smoked a cigarette and burned in bed.
Okay. You have listened. Maybe you're right. Or maybe it was just a blind guess. But I must jump anyway. I have no choice.
Wait! Please stop and think for a second.
Did you not hear what I said? I have no choice.
Yes, you do! You can choose to come back inside with me, and we'll just forget this like it never happened, okay?
Do you remember that other thing I told you? I'm sure I told you about my flatmates. Did I tell you what one of them does for a living? I bet you don't remember that.
She's a stripper.
She's a stripper.
Yes. Or at least that's what I think she is. You've listened. I just wish other people did.
I'm sure they do.
I am
It
other
can't be
people.
that bad.
What do you know? Why do you care anyway?
I don't want you to make the same mistake I did.
I thought you of all people knew how it feels. When you're trapped, and you can't trust anyone.
Look, I'm sure there must be someone who cares about you.
My colleagues don't care, my family don't care, even my fucking boyfriend never cared. He said he needed to go find himself. Did I tell you when he broke up with me?
Valentine's Day? Yeah. Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day.
Yes. Valentine's Day. You and I could have been good friends, you know. You really listened to everything I said after all. I'll be back. When you need help, I'll be there, Susan. But right now, it's time for me to let go.
No!
I feel like that's the way it should have gone. But I did do the bad one, and I'll put that at the end of the video. I'll put the alternate pathways at the very end of the video. But at the middle of the game, I'm going to get one of the bad ones, and I'm not going to be able to revert that far back to get the
After
golden
that,
ending.
I went back. I tried telling people about Liz, but they all thought I was crazy again and didn't believe me.
And you are absolutely sure you saw Liz jump off this building?
You know, it doesn't matter. I just want to finish this and get some fresh air.
Susan, I know Liz well. She wouldn't do something like that. As a matter of fact, I saw her this morning. She's fine. I'd like you to come with me and see her. Say hi. Make sure she's all right.
Stop treating me like I'm crazy. Fine, I'll go. I don't even care that much anyway. The door is locked?
Dun, dun, dun.
I plan ahead, Susan. I had a feeling in my gut, and my gut's never wrong. I feel like I really got to know you, though. I'm very sorry you've had such a difficult life. I like your green eyes and your sleek cheekbones. You're a clever girl, Susan, but the sadness has poisoned you for too long. There is no coming back from it. For what it's worth, I would have let you go if it wasn't for Liz.
Where am I? Who are you?
I am the Crow, of course. I will get you out of here. Unless Susan wants to stay. I thought so. There are two doors leading out of this place. One of them will simply take Susan back to where she belongs. But behind the other one, there is a great reward for her. It's something she always wanted. Something she longs for every single day.
Where are those doors? I can't see them.
Just walk back to the right side of the stage. My dear little Susan can't miss them.
Alright, this is actually the second determining factor if you go through the right door or not.
Does Susan like my girls? I knew she would.
Whatever they are, tell them to stop staring.
But they are here to guide Susan. They are the guardians of the doors. They know which door she should enter to get her rewards. But there is one problem.
There's always a problem. I'm not even surprised. Which door should I go through?
I will leave that to Susan's own best judgment. But this might be her only chance to find what she had lost.
do that, but what's the catch?
It's very simple. One of my cats always tells the truth, while the other one always lies.
And I'm guessing you can't tell me which is which?
It's something I've forgotten myself a long time ago, Susan. Well, does it really matter? One question is also the leads to find the right door.
If you've seen Labyrinth, you probably recognize this puzzle.
That'll teach you to stop staring, you horrible, ugly doll.
Alright, yeah, this is the one. Which door would the other doll point to?
Which door would the other doll point me to?
Now, see, here's the trick. If she's lying, the other doll would not point me to this door. Or if the other doll's a liar, she would point me to the wrong door. If the doll I'm talking to is lying, she would also lie about her pointing me to the right door. So this question pretty much means it's the opposite door, because she would lie about this one telling the truth. But if she is telling the truth and she would lie, then she would also point to this door. So this is the correct door. There we go.
Is this supposed to be my reward? Flowers? I hate flowers. You lied to me. You lied.
If you get it wrong, it's pretty much the same thing. You just don't go to this room first. Take. Look at your motherfucking money, woman.
Did you really think there would be anything precious waiting for you here? Look at the lovely roses. Just like everything else in you. They just turn into ash.
And this is where you go straight. If you pick the wrong door, you would just come straight to here and bypass the last room. So I'm not going to bother with an alternate ending. But yeah, you pretty much asked the doll with which would the other one point to. And they're both going to be wrong, because either the doll you're asking is lying, or the doll that in question is going to lie. So either way, the door is going to be wrong. If you've ever seen Labyrinth, they use the same gag. Anyone that's done Labyrinth can figure this out. Alright, blow out another candle. Life for life, as it is in this world. And the doll, it would only pop up too if you ask the right question. Even if you can't guess this, it only gives you the right door if you ask the right question. If you just guess without asking the question first or asking the right question, it'll always be the wrong door. And that's how it is in old people. When you're in a hospital with an old person, they kind of just leave them by themselves. They turn the lights on, practically act like they're already dead. Gotta walk out of darkness. Can I go further this way? Just checking. Open. Please. Open body bag. Examine. Hospital body bag. Sure is. Alright. Another dead Susan. Cool. And of course, as the Queen of Maggots promised, we cannot die. Yeah, being stabbed probably don't feel too good.
You treacherous, dirty bastard. I opened my heart to you, and you stabbed me to death in cold blood. You'll pay for this. I swear you will. But this means the old woman was right. I can't die. I'm immortal. I think it's time to find out how very mortal you are, Doctor.
Mortal immortal or Highlander immortal, where you can still die by decapitation. Let's examine. This is the suicide note. Why would he put it up on the wall? My name is Susan Ashworth. I live outside. Alright. Yeah, it's her suicide note. I'm not sure how they got that though. Examine. He brings all his victims down here in a hospital body bags. This room probably reminds me the most of Downfall. Yep, take it. This part's really cool. From here on out, you start to have more than one way to complete things. And there's another alternate pathway I'll show off after, where you can just escape here without getting your revenge. Whoops. I was holding down the left button and accidentally skipped that dialogue. Alright, let's examine lady with this chair. I think we need this chair actually. Luckily I didn't sit in it, still the wooden leg might be of some use. It just needs a bit of an edge to it. In this part you get to make two distinctly different weapons, so you can choose how you want to dispense justice. Let's take the doll's head. That looks like some Hellraiser imagery. It looks a little bit like a Cenobite. Danger sign. Read. This place seems like it has been closed for a long time. One day, when they eventually demolish it, all the evidence will get buried deep under piles of rubble. My mouth is broken or something today. Liz. Examine. God, it's Liz. But it's impossible. I spoke to her last night and tried to stop her from jumping. And yet, she is stuck on a metal rod, looking like she's been dead a lot longer than that. Oh god. What happened? Was it just a dream? Am I really going crazy? Or is she really there? Just already dead? Her pockets are empty. Don't rob the dead. Take down. I hope at least we will find some peace in death. Do I have the pole? I sure do. Iron bar. Iron bar. I got 2 iron bars. So, I need that saw blade, motherfucker. I think. Look at that soap. Take that. I'm covered in leather now. Might be used for something, I guess. Take the saw blade. That will come in handy. Fuck their water bill. Done. Oh god. I've seen something like this before. The living paintings. This here is a dead body suspended on wires and tied to a chair. Oh yeah. This is like a Hannibal style murder if you've ever seen a TV show Hannibal. See your legs.
You're gonna pay for this, you bastard.
He's one of those artistes Types. Mona Lisa. Spitting image of Mona Lisa, yep. Sure. A fake skeleton is probably used for teaching before it ended up here. Bolt. We'll take that. Easel. The doctor probably considered himself quite the artiste. Workbench. Examine, use. Need a weapon. Let's yeah. I should secure the top of it, the weapon now, so it stays in one place when I use it. Wicked. Nice, yeah? Let's use this bolt. Bolt these two together. The bolts should be secured, otherwise it will all just fall apart. Now what should we do with this? We're missing one component, I think. Return to room. Poor victim of the mad doctor. There's something shiny on one of her fingers. A metal nut is stuck to her finger like a ring. I could pull it off if the finger wasn't so swollen and stiff. Good thing we have some lathered soap. Examine. Her limp body is positioned in the exact same way as the painting. It seems the killer used a wire to keep her head tilted to the side. Girl with the earring. Examine. Nothing worth examining, I don't think. Grab the wrench from the locker. Let's open it quietly. Take these. Susan loves her makeshift weapons. She's a quite inventive serial killer. I just need something that, like, I just need to tighten that nut using some tool. The weapon's complete. Now it's time to go and see the doctor. Excellent. This is where the game really is good. She starts like, I don't know, she's like a serial killer, but I don't know, you see her go from like a weak person to like a efficient like killer of bad people. Alright. We're done with the workbench. I'll also post, you can choose which weapon to kill him with. I'll post both. The one in this video will be the one I go with, but I'll show the ultimate one. Alright, let's do it the proper way. Let's go fuck that dude up.
I don't need eyes to enjoy your fear. Scream louder, little bitch! Scream your lungs out! Louder, I said!
The animation's kind of funny.
Yes, this is by far my favorite of songs. Would you like me to dance for you? Unlike you, I know all art needs to be appreciated. Your scream is like a poem without words.
he's wearing a mask and a blindfold. He's convinced I'm dead and no one knows about this place. Well, it looks like you just made a big mistake, you arrogant asshole.
Your body. An instrument. I never thought you had it in you. And yet you make every fiber in my body tremble with excitement. Your body will forever be admired by those like me who understand the only pure and true form of art.
Alrighty, this is my preferred weapon to film with. I love this part, it's so awesome. You get to pick your one-liner. Yeah, let's see. You'll feel a sharp scratch. That'll be the alternate one I use with the pole after the end of the video. Do you believe in karma, Doc? Stupid. See you in hell? Too cliche. Say nothing. Where's the fun in that? To me, the only obvious answer is, what's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc?
He finally got what he deserved. I hope he rots in hell. Good. Look at. You just saved this little girl's life. But why do I still feel so angry? Let's untie her.
Thank you. Thank you so much. He would have killed me. Like the others. The animal. You gave him what he deserved. Who are you?
My name's Susan Ashworth. They call me the cat lady. It doesn't matter. Forget you ever saw me. Just go. Clearly the correct answer is this.
They call me the cat lady. Now get out of here. Call the police.
I like that. Like
I'm going home.
She has her own, like, vigilante name. The cat lady. And that concludes chapter 3. Or 2. We're going to chapter. Grim says he considers the middle ending canon, but I found that Downfall does accommodate all 3 endings. And there's little things, if you do them well throughout the game, that enable you to get the golden ending. The other 2 endings are really determined by choices made at the very end. Those are easy to show the different pathways, but I'm not going for the golden ending, because it skips over certain parts of the game that I like, if you go for it.
What the hell are you doing? And why is there blood on your clothes? Liz.
It's quicker than the stairs. And besides, all the doors are locked anyway.
That's true, it is quicker than the stairs.
This is the only way out of here. The only escape. Let's both jump. It won't hurt, you'll see.
It actually could. It isn't always instant. I've seen a lot of jumpers. There's a Reddit called Watch People Die. You'll see that people can survive almost anything for a little bit. Even being cut straight in half. No, if you are going to do it, you're supposed to at least get 10 floors up so you're sure to hit maximum velocity. I don't know if they're that high up. I don't like this dialogue option. They both essentially say the same thing. Don't do it. It's a little hypocritical for a suicide person to tell another person not to do it. If anything, you think should be on board with this. Sure, let's jump together. But I guess I wouldn't actually kill her. Alright, you've lost your mind. Get down here right now. This is a bad idea. Come down, we'll talk.
This is a bad idea. Come down and we'll talk.
I've made up my mind. I need to end this suffering now. Besides, I have no one to live for anyway. No one ever listened to me. No one ever cared.
I listened. You're a nice girl. You have your whole life ahead of you.
You listened. Did you really?
Of course I did. You talk a lot, but I've always been a good listener. I liked talking to you.
I actually did space
So
out
do you
a few
remember that
parts.
story then? The one I told you the other night? The one about the woman in A&E?
That kind of spaced out. Well, it doesn't really matter. I wasn't going for that ending. She did tell you the story. Damn it. Oh, wait, the girl that ran away. The one who kicked the security guard. Should have saved, shouldn't I? Thought she told me a story about a girl that went away with Dr. X. He got knocked off. Oh, she did disappear.
She disappeared and was later found dead in the toilet.
You just made that up, didn't you? I've never said such a thing. You're a liar.
But, okay, I can prove to you that I listened. Just don't jump, please.
You can prove it. Fine. I'll give you a second chance. Did I tell you about my flatmate? Did I tell you what one of them does for a living? If you really listened, you will remember this one.
She won't like that. She doesn't like that response at all.
She's a waitress.
A waitress. You're full of crap after all. You never listened.
I did. I swear I did. I was really tired and drugged up when we talked, so I can't remember exactly what you said. But it doesn't mean I don't care.
You don't. Nobody does. My colleagues don't care. My family don't care. Even my fucking boyfriend never cared. He said he needed to go find himself. Did I tell you when he broke up with me?
On your birthday.
Do you really think so? You're a liar. You never listened to a single word I said. But it's okay. It doesn't really matter anymore. You didn't cause me this pain, this suffering. I have to do this to be free again. Jump with me, Susan. Do it while you still can.
No!
Even if you get them all right, she still jumps, but it does fit you on the path for the gold ending. But the golden ending ends a little too well. The medium ending has more of a bittersweetness to it. The bad ending is just plain bad. Yeah, I don't know, like, you can leave here without dealing with any of this shit, but I don't know if it, how it affects the ending. But I'll show it off really quick. Actually, go through here. Key, take. This is an ending I don't think most people realize you can do.
I can leave now and forever forget about this place and Dr. X. I have my own problems. I'm not cut out to bring murderers to justice. I've got the key. It's clearly been left here for me to find. Was it Liz who did it? If it really was her, it's clear she would have wanted me to leave. If she'd planned a revenge, surely she would have left me a fucking gun instead. On the other hand, this man is a serial killer. He murdered a lot of women. He murdered me. He will carry on killing if I don't put a stop to it. And I'm pretty sure none of those brain-dead idiots upstairs will believe my story. Just like when I told them about Liz on the roof. They'll never take my word over the doctor's. I'm just a fucked up loser to them. But the screaming, he's got someone in there. His next victim. It's probably too late to save her, but what if it isn't? I told the old lady I'm not a killer. Maybe I'm wrong. I've never tasted vengeance before. Not like this. What if it feels good? It's time to decide. Do I stay and fight? Or leave and carry on with my life like all this never happened? It's probably too late for that girl anyway. I'm sure he'll get caught soon enough, without me getting involved. I just want to go home already. I'm so tired of all this. So tired.
Basically, yeah, you just bail on her. This is just a alternate pathway. They'll show off. It's particularly this one. I don't see a lot of people seem to know about it or have ever done it.
I don't need eyes.
Here's the pole death. And you get to pick your one-liner. Let's see.
You'll feel a sharp scratch.